could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
I'd say that. I'd rather not say. It's not something I want to think about.
That bad? Is it?
Actually, no.
How
I do want to say.
You could ask her.
Aye.
It's an exit plan.
Do exit from what?
This.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
I heard she was a heavy drinker with the kind of anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
The sun sets for everyone.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
Did she have any technical equipment on her? Like radio stuff?
Not that I knew of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Goodbye. I'm off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Okay, let's go to the inland. Let's go with the inland.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
Step
Now,
closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
There? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Holy shit! This is awesome! Wait. I want to look at all the things.
In there? She could. Or she could be...
The once bright mural.
Come on, I want to see it correctly. Stop showing it to me wrong.
R and D.
In there? She could. Or she could be in
So
the identical
long.
room over there. Or in that boat shack.
There you go.
In that church tower, maybe.
Death navigation, restricted construction, discovered that anomaly, found the entry trap, went on a date. That is awesome. I love that. I love that. That's 3, 6, 9, 11, 14, 15.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What's I even trying to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, Whatever you thought would happen did not, and now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning, with your hands fallen to your side. The prayer of sorts to Revachol.
So you could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
If that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
Listen to the wind again.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
Oh, I love that. I love how the shivers talk to you. Say, I think she's down there. Down there. Down below this building.
Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good, good. Yes, cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
Call it a gut feeling.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it? Enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Not yet. It's gonna hurt though if I fall.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
It's a
The
situation.
distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190, I'm a giant.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
I should try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
Okay, you're not ready to do this yet. Savoir-faire. I need savoir-faire. God, nothing I have. It's the glasses. It's the cool glasses. Whew. Okay.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Come on.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. your atoms fading out of existence.
What?
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
Don't gloat. Just sounded like a Sumerian master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts to
I do like that.
blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Faster. Let's do it. Oh, dude, I'm so fucking nervous. You should take out your flashlight. Yeah, that's a good idea. Flashlight and sword. Like him?
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
Push the doors in.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How do you even get here?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
He's quite proud of himself.
Maintenance entrance? Sebastian.
Yes, yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
Let's go. Oh, yes. Drip for days. Drip or drown, and I am fucking. Except for that is an ugly ass. No, fuck that. Honestly, though, it's kind of a good. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty good look for me.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant D feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Sound 2, footprints with the right...
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Oh, fuck, I gotta pee again. I'm so sorry. Hello. I'm gonna close my window a little bit. It's a little bit cold in here. Hopefully y'all couldn't see my slippered feet. They're NASA slippers. Okay. Let's talk. Kim, let's talk. We've checked the boy with Classy's documents. I want to hear her take on what I was up to before.
Why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her.
Not closely enough, you suspect, but still, good idea to visit her once more.
Do you think whatever happens will affect her
You mean
cryptozoologist?
Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone.
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job.
How bad do you think things can get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What is in
I
there?
think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Fuck it, we're coming back. I need to talk to her. We're going back. We're going back. Actually, I worry that we're actually going to actually need. Okay. So we're gonna go up. We are going to. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. Thank you. I should be doing that more.
I was just thinking.
Found your boy, it was empty. Just
What
see
am
water.
Oh,
Did you take the documents?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Perhaps the people who were after you took it.
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
The words, washed away, sound distant and strange suddenly.
Let's get back to those lies you told.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear. She nods, then nervously pulls.
Okay.
There may be
A little whimper. She slowly lights another cigarette and
Yes, miss. All right.
coolly, gracefully,
Yeah. All right. Okay.
she nods, silent.
Don't think I have anything. Oh shit, no. Don't think I have anything else though. Oh, while we're here, we can talk to
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news.
So I checked all the traps,
Good. Okay.
and one of them was empty.
Ain't completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking?
No, there's nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but
The empty one was the one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into it somehow.
definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behoove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
We're a deaf hunter. This phasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan named Kuno may have stolen
A
locusts.
little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment
I'll talk to the little grandma and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight.
Really, Gary?
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting Morel. It's been fun.
No need to apologize, Geary. You'd be more
Have you noticed
than
anything up about your friend Gary?
We'll have to take a rain check on that game of... No, of course not. Why?
You sure?
Well, he's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip. More so than usual. That's understandable.
Sorry
That's
about
why
the squeaking.
things have to warm up.
He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him, to places way more challenging than...
Okay, go on.
Always a pleasure to... I mean, officers.
Do I have composure? Anything? Joke. Holy shit, so many jokes. Okay. When must you open the door? When you're obligated. When you're obligated. These are fucking awful. Holy shit. Okay, this one's good. Where do you take a fish for the fuck. Where do you take a fish for operation? To the sturgeon. Sweet.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Okay, he keeps shifting.
Oh my fucking god.
But you can't.
Okay, fine. I'm putting a point into composure. I have 3 points. That was like a Christmas cracker joke. Yeah, totally.
Always a I mean, officers.
Come on.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes.
When does a joke become a dad
piece
joke?
Of ceramic armor.
I don't know. When it becomes
one
apparent.
that makes a curious
That's a good
sound
one.
when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marble, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I
thank you
didn't
very
want
much.
you to know.
That's funny.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
I took the hangman's cuirass. I didn't mean to.
God damn it, Gary.
I know.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once. Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay. And he's followed Morel into God knows what jungles.
He's a loyal friend.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
he's a scaredy cat.
Give me the lever. No.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton. This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it and live.
Why did you really put those shoes on the class?
everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic
Okay,
apology.
we're done here, Gary.
His face does not belie emotions.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Prane threshold. It's very neat. Wait, hold on. Why is it that's just one that I make? Huh. Isn't the endurance the one that... Yeah, I just instantly dawn it after. That's totally fine. I don't want to deal with the union. I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. I kind of gotten, dare I say, swooned by the net picker. So.
Fuck does Kuno care?
You haven't done anything about Missing Lotus?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about books.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Okay, no, hold on. No one's lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
It's like what you're checking on.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't...
Oh, fuck. Yeah, fuck this. Let's fucking... I don't want to deal with Kuno's shit. Okay, we'll pull this one later. Okay.
Suddenly, your entire
Oh.
body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Don't cover them.
That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You're under arrest!
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Say nothing, try to cover your ears.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale,
might die.
Their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break you loose.
What's with this goddamn pale anyways?
It's the end of the world.
How'd you get your hand on this thing?
I did it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Let's stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Have you experienced this Professor yourself?
I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
It's great, all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
Could you just please turn down so we can say something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal on mattress.
God damn it.
I said this window while I'm working and find myself getting excited about my channel plays because it close to 250.
Fine.
That's all. That's
If you
awesome.
really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, It doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Yes! I turned off the thought! I can... Destroy the machine! Come on! Come on! Come on, go fast!
You did it. The compressor lie's broken.
Oh my god, that was so close!
It's quiet in your head again.
I'm excited. How excited! It's one more play again. You kick him?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
What are you doing?
Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is a 1 in 4. This is a 1 in 4. It's a 1d4 in my hand. I have to throw it. I have to at least... What is that? What is that? I have to get 9. So I have to get a 6 and a 3 at least. Come on.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So
why am I standing here like an idiot?
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
I kind of don't. Okay, real talk here. I really don't like how there wasn't actually a bonus for pretending to kill myself. I feel like that could have actually added a little bit of some. I should have gotten some points for that. But focusing back on the game, yeah, but she doesn't deserve to die like this.
Wait, finally, it comes to you. A way to connect with her.
I know your pain. I've been let down by women too. Oh my god.
She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her.
She fucking killed herself. Oh my god.
You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Oh god.
Fuck.
What did we just do?
Our job. It went really bad. And now we need to clean it up.
She died. How can he be so cold?
It's our fault.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be.
Kill herself. Let's talk to her down.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
Okay. What do we do now?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Huh.
Yes?
Holy shit. I fucking failed.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. You see a rolled-up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
Okay.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Okay, let's carry her over there.
The lieutenant nods.
I like that you're playing without, at least this initial playthrough, that heaps of quick saves, quick loads. Actually, as Gravity 2 unfolds. Oh yeah, I haven't quick loaded or quick saved once. I was like,
there she lies.
Fuck it.
Cocooned in the sleeping
I haven't.
by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines.
No, yeah, and that's kind of the fun part.
You should look through them.
Shine your flashlight on books and magazines.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Set the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She
Okay.
watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Okay, let's read this right now. Okay.
A thick journal. The cover
I know
is
heaps of people who
someone
play their
used to carry
games,
this around
especially with
in their
the
back
guides
pockets.
and all sorts of things, because they want to make the best choices, get the best ending, whatever. No, I want to get my ending. Whatever those mistakes are, I want them to. I want, like, even if I get like a shitty ending, I feel like you should, like, for most games like this, I feel like you, when you play it, you should just play it to experience it. And then, like, yeah, if you want to get like the good ending, go back, right? But you should just play to get your ending. Examine the
It's
cover.
made of full grain leather.
And
The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller.
Schneller.
This was important to her when it was still hers.
Okay, let's one shot
The
move on.
journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
I told her, I knew it, that she was looking for a way out. She was going to kill herself. See the handwriting?
Large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
What kind of
Hard
logistics?
to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
No, that's fucked up. He's coping really hard right now. What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far did back to the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did you write the day that Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed a mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed. Too bad we didn't really get to hear her side of the story.
This narrator delivers some of his lines in an interesting, engaging way, but some of them sounds like someone reading the line for the first time, and it kind of fumbling over the words a bit. I agree, and it kind of makes sense, and I mean, this is like a total cope if you want to look at it this way. Our main character, must have been really good, but every now and then this is really awkwardly spoken line. It kind of pulls me out of it. So our character is somebody who's an amnesiac, drunken, high as fuck, hungover, like shit bastard cop. And I think that's kind of like the idea. Is it's like they probably did get him in a booth and go, okay, we've got you for like a month, right, to record all these lines or whatever. You're gonna read you're gonna read it once. You're gonna actually like take one, and then we're just gonna do that take unless it's like broken, and that's probably what they did. And they probably did it because like he's kind of a shitty cop, and his thoughts are kind of like just broken, I guess.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks.
Because there's probably like
don't get emotional.
Thousands of lines, if not more. She just died for nothing.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty business.
So who do you think killed him, Mark?
Classier was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or...
I don't know.
Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.